All right, hello everyone. My name is Nicholas Kelly, and today we're going to be talking about the hot topics in private equity and venture capital. This is going to be updated as of summer 2022. All right, so first off, what is a hot topic? So I identify a hot topic as a specific industry or product that is generating a lot of buzz in private equity and venture capital. These industries typically have massive growth potential, but can be in its infant stages. So you want to look at, industries that have a lot of potential, maybe that aren't being looked at as much by the general public, but are still going to have an impact on the future. Because a lot of investing, in my opinion, when you boil it down, it's just where are we moving forward to? Like, what are we building up to as a society in technology, everything, right? All right, so here are the hot topics that I've identified. So currently, as of summer 22, the hot topics are, and this is the ones that I've identified. There's certainly a lot more, but these are the ones that kind of pique my interest and, the interest of those in Silicon Valley and Palo Alto. So we've got artificial intelligence and machine learning, blockchain technology, SaaS/API. So that's going to be software as a service and application programming interfaces. This is going to be 3D printing, alternative energy sources, biotechnology, genomics. I guess these are kind of similar. Fintech or financial technologies, robotics, space tech, semiconductors, data analytics, cybersecurity, IoT or Internet of Things, virtual reality, and augmented reality. And yes, they are different. Virtual reality and augmented reality. Think virtual reality like you're living in a video game, whereas augmented reality is like you put on some glasses and there's like a heads-up display, stuff like that. All right, so why are these industries so important and why should you be paying attention to them? Now, I want you to notice that the following slides are speculative, but provide additional insight into the current technological developments driving global development. So let's get right into it. So they're all disruptive in their own way. So we're going to look at these. We got, like I stated before, these are the ones that I brought up earlier, the earlier hot topics. And if you notice, one of the things is, and I use this picture here to illustrate some of the ways that it works together. So you think about self-driving cars, you think about drones, all of those things are all going to be connected through software. It's all going to be connected through blockchain technologies, and they're all going to have some form of artificial intelligence, machine learning, integrated into them. And so they're all going to be instrumental they're all going to help each other. And that's why it's so interesting, because they all fit into some weird tech puzzle that we're building up into. And let me give you an example here. So in the future, let's say that we have self-driving cars, right? Well, they're all going to be interconnected. They're all going to know what the car in front of them is going to do, because they're all going to be communicating with each other in a system through a blockchain, right? And there's going to have to be machine learning to identify the cars that are not integrated into the blockchain. There's going to have to be more effective ways to charge, more effective and cheaper ways to produce electric vehicles. There's going to have to be cybersecurity to ensure that these cars aren't being tampered with. It's all just working together. I could imagine an augmented reality windshield, that tells you your battery life, whatever, even displays within the car using some of this tech. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. So we'll get moving on. So here's my thesis kind of around where we're going. Because remember, like I said, investing is kind of just looking at where we're moving toward and trying to make sense of the situation so you can better plan ahead for the future that is, imminent. So here's my thesis. So Gen Z is becoming increasingly reliant on easy-to-use technology. Automated systems are being implemented to replace the jobs of many. Companies are working to lessen human error by implementing machine learning and AI into their practices. With an increasing reliance on technology, cybersecurity is invaluable. 3D printing will enable easy manufacturing for small businesses. Fintech will revolutionize the financial world by allowing any financial activity to be done on your smartphone or whatever device is widely adopted by the time that this happens. You never know. There could be the, cell phone right now, but there could be like, your glasses can tell you all of your bank info, or, just listening to you have those displays on your face. Who knows? I don't. AR, VR tech, blockchain, AI, machine learning, cybersecurity, alternative energy, and more will be instrumental to the development of self-driving vehicles. So let me kind of explain some of the things that I said here, because some maybe it's overwhelming, and to some it might not make sense. Basically, what I mean by this point here, where Gen Z is becoming increasingly reliant on easy to use technology, if you gave a Gen Z an old fashioned, rotary phone, and I guess that's just kind of a testament to how far technology has come, but a lot of people would probably get very frustrated with how hard some of those old technologies were to use, even the old computers, stuff like that. If things aren't streamlined for a lot of Gen Z people, they just get mad. So things are going to have to be getting easier and easier. And that's one of the reasons why I think that people are spending so much money these days, is because think about how easy it is to get whatever you want. You can get anything shipped to your door within 2 days with the Amazon Prime shipping, and basically everybody has it. So, the easy accessibility of everything is going to be the driving factor in a lot of technological growth, right? And so the automated systems that are being implemented to replace the jobs of many, I like to think of this, there are different ways, like software as a service are being used to do some, like you think about Salesforce, the formatting of stuff, you used to use like Excel. Now a lot of AI and automated services are able to do the things that a human used to have to do in Excel. So those could be potential things that are replaced. But you think about, like, I went to McDonald's and there is a kiosk that takes your order and you have to pay for it there, as opposed to a person now. And so that's like one of the ways that it's being, replaced. There's also things like, even cleaning your house. You think about Roomba with iRobot, like people are going to be using robots to vacuum their house, and that's part of robotics, that's part of AI. And so companies working, I already kind of talked about this, with an increasing reliance on technology, cybersecurity is invaluable. This is I think that this is just kind of universally true. I don't want to say that it's an objective truth, because, there are some people that don't really use tech, but you got to remember that companies right now are heavily reliant on data. And if they have your data, then they have, kind of control over a lot of the aspects in your life. So having a solid cybersecurity framework for any business is going to be extremely, extremely important in the protection of its user base. I mean, think about how much flack Facebook caught when they had a data leak. I know Coinbase, or not Coinbase, I think Crypto.com had one recently. Huge data leaks. That's no bueno. That is not good. I think that, the dark net, all of the selling of your information is going to become something that is even more dangerous. So this is going to be extremely, extremely, extremely important. And this can also tie into, data analytics, because if you can accurately judge or tell based on someone's cyber activity whether or not they're developing into like a hacker or something like that, you can start getting a jump on improving the bad qualities of people through, subliminal messaging online before any of the harmful side effects have occurred. 3D printing will enable easy manufacturing for small businesses. I think that this is going to be an interesting development, because think about, let's just use toys as an example. If you could be in your room and, you design a toy using Ultimaker Cura or Blender or something like that, and then you're able to make it in your garage, I think that's a really interesting thing. There's different types of 3D printers. Some use filament, some use carbon fiber, some use both, some use different materials, such as, like, I know there's some that do it's not like a latex, it's more of like a kind of like a foam. And I know that there are some companies such as Parametrics that is using 3D printing to you scan your foot and it creates a shoe that is fit perfectly to how your foot was, and that uses LiDAR technology. So it's like laser imaging. So you laser image your foot, it prints you a shoe, and it's a perfect shoe. Like, what do you need then, right? Why would you need to go to a Nike outlet when you could just print one, or have someone print it for you? So fintech will revolutionize the financial world by allowing any financial activity to be done on your smartphone. I used to work in the mortgage industry. I was a loan processor for a startup, and one of the things that was very frustrating about it was the collection of all of these different documents and the implementation of them into some of the mortgage paperwork or the mortgage processing stuff to send to underwriters. Now, I believe that fintech, in fact, I'm not affiliated with Rocket Mortgage or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure that they already do something like this. But I think that it's going to develop to the point where MLOs are going to be, probably in danger when it comes to stuff like this. And my friend who is an MLO is telling me about how, he's scared for fintech to take over because it would leave him out of a job. And then these AR, VR tech, blockchain, AI, ML, like all of these, it's all important to, I said self-driving vehicles, but it's just going to be important to everything like Internet of Things, drones, all of that, because they're all going to feed into each other. Like if you don't have a reliable way to produce energy, how are you going to be developing technology? You have no way to power it, or powering of the technology is going to be so expensive that it's not even going to be worth it or profitable. You need to protect your technology, so that's where cybersecurity is going to be, implemented. In fact, AI and ML are going to be part of cybersecurity, because you need a cybersecurity system that's able to learn and adapt to all threats. And so, yeah.